court and have Mitch and Houston, how they perform for you guys in production?
No, they're huge. I think both guys bring a lot of energy, play strongly on both sides of the ball, play with pace. Mitch, of course, the rim protection defensively, so it's big for us.
Last game, Porzingis was going to the line and he calls timeout going into the Porzingis free throws. Sometimes you'll call those types of timeouts in the middle of opposing player free throws. Sometimes you'll call them out before. How, like the Detroit series you did with Cade in the middle. And how do you decide when you're going to call before versus icing the shooter in the middle?
Just as situational, like what's going on in the game, and we may be trying to get to something as well.
What do you mean get to something?
Like we may see something that we want to, run before they can react to what we're doing.
With Ducey struggle in that first round, what did you notice just that's been different in the series?
Yeah, and the thing is, he doesn't shoot great every game. Nobody does. Just keep playing. Trust your game. The work that you put in. Defensively, his ball pressure is terrific. He plays fast, and you can go on runs with him. So be a catalyst, and that's what he does for us. So pick up full court, impact the game in a different way. You're open, shoot. If you guarded well, make a play for somebody.
What are you seeing with the matchups that Cam is like getting foul trouble in a couple of games out here? What do you think of his matchups?
Yeah, and I think each game is going to be a little different. We got to make sure we're disciplined and we're not, putting them at the line. We got to, be sound, play physical, but have contact with intelligence, challenge shots well, concentrate on your body position. We gave up too many free throws in that last game.
I know they played some games without Tatum in the regular season, but obviously the smaller sample size of film. Did you see something in the last game that kind of surprised you about that was different about the way they played without Tatum, and maybe a way to adjust to that as well?
Well, I think the games that you're looking at in the regular season, they had one against Orlando as well, and it's a lot more. And obviously, Jason's a great player, one of the best in the league. But that team is very talented, and it's a deep team, so you have to be ready for everybody. And I think that they're strong defensively and they're strong offensively, and so their ability to generate threes and guard the ball and guard the rim, that's what makes them, they're the defending champion for a reason. So we know we have to play well for 48 minutes. We can't have a stretch where, we know they can go on big runs because of the variance from the three. We got to make sure we handle that.
When you revisited that third quarter run from Game 5, like what did you see in terms of what helped get them going out? Anything that you might want to emphasize as a message to stall out?
Yeah, just and you're right. It was I think a 1-point game with 10 minutes, and there was a 3-minute stretch, and we put them at the line, and it was free throws, and so. You can't do that. I think we also gave up a free throw rebound and we fouled the 3-point shooter. So it's a bad sequence, and sometimes that can be what changes the game.
How different?
Talk about the threes in transition. What do you need to see from your transition defense to make sure that they're not getting those open looks?
Yeah, and to me that's priority because that's one of the big ways that they generate their threes, and so we have to understand that. And you have to be disciplined. We have to make defensive transition on every play. And then your communication also has to be great.
How
What did you
different?
see as the biggest changes with them playing Luke Cornett more in Game 5?
And the thing is when you look at their team, the versatility of their bigs is each guy is a little different, but they're all really good players. And so I think, Cornett, obviously it's the rim protection, it's putting pressure on the rim, it's playing in the dunker, and just playing, really excelling in the role that he has for their team. And I think Horford, the same could be said for him. And Porzingis is dealing with what he's dealing with, but he gives them a different look as well. And so, and then you have the versatility of their wing players, and I think Holiday's unique in the sense that he can guard everybody on the floor.
How much of a part of a game like this is the managing of the emotions that come with the opportunity to close out a team like this particularly?
Yeah, and I think that's what the playoffs are. There's a lot of emotional highs and lows. You got to deal with those things, and I think it's important to be disciplined, right? I think the discipline gets you past any distractions. You gotta play with toughness, but each game you have to reset, and then be ready for that game. What's gonna go into winning this game? So there's no carryover from the previous game, there's no looking ahead, you have to lock into exactly what's in front of you.
No, it's different with every team, but how impactful is it playing without your star? How much does that change things for a team like Boston and maybe in your experience coaching?
And I think you go through different stretches during the course of the season where you have guys out. So I think that gives you preparation for it, and obviously roles can change a little bit. And I think the fact that like Jaylen Brown he's an elite player in the league, so his role is always significant. But you have other guys who've had major roles previously in their career. Like when you look at what Holiday has done, and then overlooking a guy like Derek White is a huge mistake. He's a great player, and I think he's recognized in the league. And the same could be said for Horford. And so you have to be ready for all their guys. Pritchard had a monster year for them, and then Cornette has played really well for them as well. And then Hauser comes in, and he's had a big year for them. So they have great talent on their team, and we have to be ready for that.
Don, when you talk about playing all 48, I think like the Knox thing, like making shots consistently. But I feel like for you, is it rooted in like mental focus for that, of course? Is it kind of the intangible stuff that allows the team to play for 48 minutes?
Yeah, I think you have to give maximum effort, but you also have to have maximum concentration. You have to put the two together. And you have to remain disciplined and play with a lot of toughness and aggression. And that's what the playoffs are all about.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep, thank you.